Last week we revealed the nominees for the Driver of the Season in the Apex Motorsport Awards, and today we switch from 4 wheels to 2 as we reveal the rider nominees. Our first category is Champion Rider of the Season, open to riders who have won the title of their series that they competed in.
Starting off with none other than current World Superbike champion Alvaro Bautista, the Ducati superstar Bautista managed to secure his World Championship, finishing the season 72 points above Yamaha rider Razgatoglu. The fight for the championship was immense between the top three riders of himself, Jonathan Rea, and Razgatoglu. In fact, no other rider secured a race win apart from these three riders, making this championship victory an even bigger achievement. With all odds stacked against him going up against a six-time world champion in Jonathan Rea, Batista still managed to take his Ducati to the top step an astonishing 16 times. Alternating wins between the three riders to come out on top proves why Batista deserves to be shortlisted for the champion of the season.
Francesco Bagnaia is the current MotoGP champion and is deserving of his place on this list after a very successful 2022 season. 7 race victories and a further 3 podiums saw him win the title by 17 points. He is also the first driver from the VR46 Academy to win the world title in a Premier Series. Going into the season, he was tipped as a title favourite and delivered on this hype after completing the biggest points overhaul and becoming the first Ducati world champion in 15 years. And this is why he's one of the nominees for Champion Rider of the Season.
Bradley Ray is the British Superbike Championship who raced for the OMG Yamaha team, controversially sponsored by Rich Energy. Nonetheless, Brad had an exceptional season, finishing above main rival Glen Irwin by just 21 points, giving him the championship on the last race weekend, so to speak. Winning just 9 races in the 33-race season, he still managed to stay above the competition on a bike that was not so favoured to win. Brad will now race in the European rounds of the World Superbike Championship for Yamaha Moto X Racing, not only proving that he is a good enough rider to be recognised and given that these great opportunities, but the fact that he deserves to be included on this list.
Our next category is Non-Champion Rider of the Season, and this is open to riders who failed to win their championship but still impressed. First up was Glen Irwin, who had an incredible season, and the Carrickfergus man really mounted the challenge for the British Superbike Championship. Ultimately, he came up short, but managing the season in the BSB along with road racing is tough, and he had success in both. 3 wins at Silverstone to open the season was a dream start for Irwin, and he would score another 5 podiums along with 2 more race wins as he missed out on the title by only 21 points. With a move to Ducati for 2023, Irwin will be back in the title fight, and this is why he's one of our nominees for Non-Champion Rider of the Season.
Having just missed out on the championship by 17 points to Bagnaia, Quartararo has had a superb season on the Monster Energy Yamaha. With a season full of podiums, 8 to be exact, he has proven that age can still beat experience, as the 23-year-old rider has been at the top of his game for some time, and will continue to flourish in this scene. For this reason, I am nominating him for the non-championship rider of the season.
Top Cat Razgatoglu went into the 2022 season as reigning World Superbikes champion. This time around, his battle wasn't with Jonathan Rea, but with Alvaro Bautista, who would go on to be the eventual champion. With 14 race wins and multiple other podiums throughout the season, it saw Top Cat mount a strong title challenge. With rumours of a move to MotoGP in the pipeline, he's certainly impressed and is a strong contender for a non-championship rider of the season. Our final category is Road Racer of the Season, and this is open to any riders who have competed on the roads this year.
For the Road Racer of the Season nominees, I have chosen Peter Hickman, just because, well, he is a legend at the Isle of Man. He currently holds the lap record at the Isle of Man and has 5 wins to his name, out of a total 14 podiums he's gathered throughout his career at the Isle of Man TT. There's no stopping Peter Hickman. But after a not-so-great showing at the Northwest 200 this year, 2022, on his FHO Racing BMW, he also suffered the tyre issue that was due to the Dunlops graining that just made them peel apart, which also did not help his chances at winning any races at the event this year. He did have his best finish in 9th on the Super Twin race on his Aprilia bike with PHR Performance. Although he hadn't had the best of seasons. The Northwest at the Isle of Man, he really proved he is different gravy, so to speak, in a non-technical term. He has probably the best head around the Isle of Man and can even battle the top men such as John McGuinness. He is one of the top road racing riders.
Lee Johnson has been one of the more underrated stars of the road racing scene in the past few years, but in 2022 he took it to a whole new level. He impressed at the Northwest 200, which included a race win and a few podiums along the way. He's a favourite with the fans and gave Aprilia its best ever TT result and only its second podium, with a second place finish in one of the races at the Isle of Man TT.
Moving on then to Davy Todd. Davy Todd is one of those riders around the Northwest and even the Isle of Man this year who's a slight shock surprise. Davy Todd did not win any races at this season's Northwest 200 or this event of Northwest 200. However, he did have a couple of second place finishes as well as a couple of podiums.
But anyway, that's all the nominees for this video. If you think we missed out on anyone, let us know in the comments section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and we hope you can join us next one. Goodbye.